Hey folks, I'm going to be a bit of a knobhead in this video. I'm being sarcastic, it's my English humour, so don't get too offended. But I recently had cause to watch a bunch of videos about certain brands of acoustic. I get a lot of information from YouTube, so if I'm buying a guitar or a lot of guitars, or a run of guitars as I sometimes do, I go look at videos of other people that got them, to see what they have to say. And some of those videos are very helpful, some of them are awful. Some of the awful ones have thousands of hits. I don't get it. There's some really bad reviewers out there that don't really tell you anything about the guitar or the construction. They just basically, even if they basically just read the spec sheet from a website somewhere, and you don't really get a lot of information. Some people claim to do, good sound sample reviews, but again, I really don't see you getting a good sound sample from somebody's camera mic going into your laptop speakers. There are some people that really labor and do fantastic reviews and give a good account acoustically of the instrument with some equipment that they've got attached to their camera. God bless those people. They go to inordinate lengths. You know who you are. And there are others that really don't get a good sense of how good or bad or how well or poor a guitar sounds from the video in question. But one thing you always notice whenever you see a guitar review is the person playing, whether they are a beginner or an intermediate player or even an experienced player, they do this. As if those are the only two bloody chords they know. I watched, I think, 12 videos yesterday. I was doing some research on Xavier or Javier guitars. And I found about 8 or 9 videos of people that had bought various models. And every single time they play in front of the camera, it's... Now, I know those are very, very common chords, but you'd think you'd get something a little bit variant to that. Even some, add it to it. You could add some sevenths or, sixes, or go to a relative minor, or I don't know, it's just something about acoustic guitar videos where people play the same chords. And of course, when you hear a G-chord on an acoustic, what you're mostly hearing is open string ringing. So, for instance, you don't get a great idea of how a guitar performs with a lot of open chords. I could play this. The guitar sounds really nice because I'm only actually playing 2 strings. But if I play a chord like this, or like this, or like this, I'm pressing most of the strings, which gives you an idea of the how good the fretwork is on the guitar. It also can give you an idea of how poor the person playing the string pressure is. But with a competent player, I like to hear samples from all around the fretboard. It doesn't have to be complex or difficult or anything akin to Yngwie Malmsteen or anything like that. But you'd think there would be a bit of variation, but all I hear is... And then, on one video, well actually on 2 videos, the person doing the video confessed, or maybe it's not a confession, they just provided the information, let's be kind, that they are worship leaders. So I'm guessing that there are a lot of worship songs that start with this. Maybe a lot. Maybe somebody's making a whole cottage industry on worship songs with those 2 chords. What do you think? I think it's a possibility. I'm certainly hearing those chords a lot. Of course, E's a big favorite. A lot of people gravitate to E, G, and C are the main tonalities that people gravitate towards, and that's fair enough. I mean, most people are not advanced guitar players and don't know how to play in all the keys and all the relative minors, and add on all the suspensions, 6th, 7th, 9th, 11th and 13th chords. So, you know, basic chords are good, but it's just nice to hear somebody playing a bit of variation around the neck if they can, and even if they're in the first position the whole time, you know, play chord constructions with more than, you know, 1, 2, 3 strings pressed. So you get an idea of how the guitar is intonated, how it rings with compression on the fretboard rather than just pinged open strings. So I know this is very picky of me, but please, if you're going to do a review of an acoustic guitar, don't just go. Or if you do that, please sing the song so we know which praise and worship song you're referring to, and then we can make sure that the writer of that song is imprisoned somewhere on a desert island and never infects our sonic sensibilities again. I'm playing, I'm not serious, I'm just having a laugh. But there's a bit of truth to every joke, is there not? So anyway, see you next time.